Welcome. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to become present. Today I invite you into a teaching that is simple in structure, yet profound in its power. A teaching that does not merely speak about success, but reveals success as a spiritual state of being, a living field of harmony that can be consciously created, nourished, and stabilized within your life. This book is not about external achievement alone. It is about alignment with the lawful forces of existence, alignment with the elemental architecture of reality, alignment with the divine order that sustains harmony, abundance, and fulfillment across all planes of life. The deeper purpose of this work is to show that success is not accidental, not random, not dependent on circumstance, but the natural consequence of inner energetic order. When the inner world becomes structured according to the universal law, the outer world must respond. This is the sacred foundation of the 5 pillars of success. At the heart of the teaching lies a powerful insight. Human life is shaped by elemental forces, subtle principles that structure consciousness, energy, and manifestation itself. The book reveals that a stable state of success emerges when 5 fundamental qualities are consciously cultivated and harmonized. These qualities are not abstract ideas. They are living energetic realities, elemental expressions of divine intelligence within the human being. Each pillar represents a specific dimension of fulfilled existence: divine guidance, success, balance, fortune, and wealth. Together they form an interactive system, a dynamic, energetic structure in which each force strengthens the others, creating a powerful field of harmony and manifestation. This is not a metaphor, it is an energetic architecture, a living polarity system like a multidimensional magnet, stabilizing your life in alignment with order, power, and blessing. When these pillars are consciously established, imbalance begins to dissolve. Inner disorder reorganizes. Outer circumstances begin to shift. A higher state of harmony gradually emerges and stabilizes. Success becomes not something you chase, but something you radiate. Let us enter more deeply into this initiatory journey contained in this teaching. The path begins with recognition. Most people attempt to change life externally, without first restructuring the inner energetic field from which experience arises. They attempt to control outcomes rather than cultivating causes. But this teaching reverses the direction. It guides you to build inner batteries of elemental power, concentrated centers of intention, prayer, and vital force that continuously influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and through them your life circumstances. This is an initiatory principle of enormous importance. Whatever is nourished energetically grows in influence. Whatever is stabilized internally manifests externally. Whatever is sustained in consciousness becomes destiny. The book shows that these pillars must be cultivated regularly, fed with attention, intention, devotion, and energy, until they become permanent qualities of your being. At first, subtle changes appear. New thoughts, new emotional patterns, new reactions to life. Then circumstances begin to reorganize. Relationships shift, opportunities appear, decisions become clearer, and a new trajectory unfolds. This is not forced transformation, it is a lawful emergence. Let us now contemplate the inner meaning of each pillar, not intellectually, but as living spiritual realities. The first pillar is divine guidance, associated with the highest subtle element, the field of universal intelligence. Without guidance, effort becomes scattered. Without inspiration, energy becomes blind. Without alignment with a higher intelligence, success lacks direction. This pillar awakens intuition in a knowing, clarity of path. It connects the individual will with divine wisdom. It is the light that reveals where to step. The second pillar is success, the fiery principle of dynamic realization. Here we encounter the power to act, to create, to manifest, to overcome resistance. This is not just striving, it is empowered participation in creation. Success in this sense is mastery, the unfolding of potential into expression. The third pillar is balance, the airy principle of harmony and lawfulness. Without balance, success destabilizes. Without harmony, power becomes destructive. Without equilibrium, expansion collapses. Balance is the silent regulator, the stabilizer, the intelligence of proportion. It ensures that growth remains sustainable. The fourth pillar is fortune, the watery principle of blessing and flow. Fortune is not randomness, it is resonance. When consciousness harmonizes with universal order, life begins to cooperate. Opportunities arise naturally. Circumstances become supportive. Synchronicity increases. Fortune is the grace that accompanies alignment. The fifth pillar is wealth, the earthly principle of manifestation and embodiment. This includes material resources, but extends far beyond them. Wealth is fullness of life expression, abundance across all planes, the capacity to support creation and serve higher purpose through material means. The teaching emphasizes a profound spiritual insight. Abundance is a natural quality of the divine, and therefore a natural possibility for all beings when aligned with universal law. Material manifestation becomes sacred when it serves life, supports growth, and contributes to the unfolding of higher purpose on earth. When these 5 pillars are cultivated together, they form a unified field of coherent power. Guidance directs, success acts, balance stabilizes, fortune flows, and wealth manifests. This is the architecture of fulfilled existence. Now consider the relevance of this teaching for modern life. Many people today feel fragmented, overwhelmed, uncertain, disconnected from meaning, and unstable in their sense of direction and purpose. External systems promise success, but rarely teach inner order. Self-help techniques promise motivation, but rarely establish energetic harmony. Material pursuit promises fulfillment, but rarely generates wholeness. This teaching addresses the root. It restores structure to the inner world so that outer life can reorganize accordingly. It is not merely a philosophy, it is a method of conscious self-creation, a technology of spiritual alignment, a path towards stable happiness, integrated success and lasting transformation. Who is this book for? It is for seekers who sense that life can be lived in a deeper harmony, for those who feel called to shape destiny consciously, rather than react to circumstances, for those who understand that success without alignment is unstable, and alignment without manifestation is incomplete. It is for practitioners, healers, spiritual students, and all who wish to unite inner growth with outer fulfillment. Ultimately, this teaching supports awakening in a very practical sense. Awakening is not only transcendence, it is integration. It is learning to embody divine order in thought, in feeling, in action, and in manifestation. When the pillars stabilize, consciousness becomes clear, energy becomes directed, life becomes meaningful, and existence becomes an expression of harmony. This is inner mastery. This is conscious evolution. And now I invite you to sit quietly for a moment. Feel your life as it is. Sense where guidance is needed, where strength is needed, where balance is needed, where flow is needed, where manifestation is needed. These are not problems, they are invitations to build the pillars. If this teaching resonates within you, then allow this episode to be only the beginning. Enter the book, not as a reader, but as a practitioner. Build the pillars, nourish them, stabilize them, live them. If you wish to go deeper, you may receive full initiatory training through For Mystics, where these principles become living experience. And if your heart calls you toward a path of conscious spiritual development, within a dedicated community, you are welcome to walk further within Ordo Mysticus. The door is open whenever you are ready. May your life become aligned. May your path become clear. May your inner structure become harmonious. And may your success arise naturally as the expression of divine order within you. In love, light, and service, I am Ray del Sol.